There was an old clock in the shape of a coffin that ticked backwards. I heard about it from an old man who claimed that he'd seen it with his own eyes. He said that whoever owned the clock before had hidden something terrible inside of it, something that didn't belong in this world, and ever since then, it had been cursed. I didn't believe him, of course, but I was intrigued enough to do some research, and that's when I found it, an antique shop in the middle of nowhere. The owner was a frail old woman who seemed to be hundreds of years old, and behind the counter was the most horrifying clock I'd ever seen. It looked like a wooden coffin with glass on all four sides, and inside, instead of numbers, were strange symbols and markings that seemed to shift and change as I stared at them. And then I saw it. In the center of the clock face, a single hand, long and skeletal, its fingernails like claws, was moving backwards around the clock. I reached out to touch it, and the old woman suddenly slammed her hand on the counter. "Don't touch that," she rasped, her voice like nails on a chalkboard. "It's cursed, that clock. It brings nothing but bad luck to those who disturb it, of course." I didn't listen. I couldn't resist the urge to see what would happen if I touched the clock. And as soon as my fingers made contact with the cold, hard glass, a jolt of energy surged through me. The old woman screamed, "You've unleashed it now. You'll never escape it now." Then she collapsed to the floor, dead. And as I turned to run, I saw the clock's hand had stopped moving. It was then that I realized what had happened. The clock wasn't just cursed. It was a portal to another dimension, a place where time moved backwards, and whatever had been trapped inside of it had now been released. I ran as fast as I could, but it was too late. The shadows seemed to reach out for me, their icy fingers digging into my skin. And then everything went black. When I woke up, I was lying on the floor, and the clock was ticking away the seconds. Or maybe it was minutes or hours. I couldn't tell. All I knew was that I didn't want to find out. I got up and ran as far away from that clock as I could, never looking back. But sometimes at night, when the wind is just right, I can still hear the clock ticking, and I can't help but wonder, did I really escape? Or am I still trapped inside its horrifying embrace?